Have you ever met someone on an online dating site and thought, wow, this guy is perfect for me, or she is simply amazing, only to find out they were hiding a deep, dark secret? They plan to vote for Hillary. FreedomLovers.us was created for singles who want to exchange ideas and a love for freedom. People who are looking for solutions to create and defend freedom in the real world, and at the same time, getting that once-in-a-lifetime chance to find their true soulmate. Whether you are interested in meeting your soulmate, making new friends, networking, or hanging out with that like-minded liberty lover, visit FreedomLovers.us. It's the first free dating site and community. So patriots, don't waste your time with other dating sites. FreedomLovers.us is the place where like-minded singles really click.
There we go, guys. You're listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom on K-Talks 1340 AM and on United States of the FM network. Final hour, the hour about love. Normally during this hour, I like to talk about everything. We from serenades to, recipes. Just try to enjoy life a little bit. Of course, we have romantic moments. But at the end of the day, the most important part, I really believe why I created this hour, because I wanted to try to find each other. We are busy during the day in our life in a mission. Normally if you listen to the show, you're not just the average listener. This is not entertainment. This is real life. We understand what's going on, or at least part of it, because we never understand everything. We are learning, is the process. By the end of the day, we are committed. You may follow different causes. You may follow the GMO, or the health, or the global government, tyranny, freedom, individual rights. It's all connected. We all somehow fighting for the same reason. Now, at the end of the day, though, we realize that after all, it would be nice to find, a friend, a partner, or maybe the love of your life, who knows, somebody that you can relate to, somebody that you can share what you're doing, and you don't need to explain yourself, and you don't need to convince that person, and you can feel comfortable. That's the most important thing. So I really enjoy the idea that when I created this part of the show, was an opportunity for like-minded people to find each other. So much that I also created a website. It's the first completely free community about, people who are looking for love or friendship or just networking, and it is called freedomlovers.us. I remind you the website, www.freedomlovers.us. So that's pretty much the idea of this hour, among the many topics that we talk. So today I have with me a great guy. He's an activist. He's somebody that has his own YouTube channel, and he does a great job. He tries to warn the rest of humanity, the rest of the world, and of course the rest of Arizona, because also he's from Arizona too, the dangers and the reality that we are facing as human beings under the sky, polluted by design by these planes that I don't know exactly who is behind. I can tell you governments, I can tell you private business, I don't know. But the point is they are modifying the weather. And to do that, they spread and share is not the right word, but you get the idea, all these disperse, all these chemicals. And you want to call them chemtrails, fine. You want to call them weather modification, fine, whatever. But the point, we breathe this garbage. And he's really committed, this guy, in trying to share this information on his YouTube channel. And he does also many other things. But the bottom line is also he's a human being, and he's a guy, and he's a good-looking guy, and there's a lot of skills, and I think a lot of personality. And, and I think he would like to maybe meet somebody, or at least would like to introduce himself to you guys, ladies. I think he's a straight guy, I'm almost sure. I don't want to assume, but I will ask him. So let's see exactly who is this mysterious caller that is going to propose himself as probably the single in the Freedom Lovers section. Are you there?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Chris, right? Chris, can I give you the last name, or we stop with the first name? It's up to you.
Absolutely. I'm quite public.
Chris HASKELL, perfect. So, Chris, where are you from right now? Where exactly are you located right now?
Tucson, Arizona.
Perfect. So, tell us a little bit about you. Before I don't want to assume you're a guy, and are you a straight guy? Let's start with that. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to be curious, because in these days, maybe say, no, I'm not a straight guy. I have a lot of ladies that introduce themselves, and they are not looking for a boy, looking for a girl. So, where are you? Are you a straight guy, or you're not?
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Great guy.
Okay, good. So we're about straight here. Very good. Now the point is, you're looking for, first of all, before even you look, let's say who you are, because you're an interesting guy. What do you do in Tucson, Arizona, mostly?
Yeah, well, exactly. That's here's the selling point. What I am is probably the number one activist for Tucson, Arizona, when it comes to anything that, in my opinion, is important, like the chemtrails taking over my life.
Yeah.
But what I do is I decided, I took it on as my job to just inform, let's say, 1 million people. No problem. That's the only goal I set. And I went ahead and I did. I've done it in so many ways. My YouTube channel to me is small. It's nothing. What I really do is I am the sign event. I put signs up all across Tucson in crazy places. I put them everywhere, from one end of the town to the far end of the town. I spend over 20 hours a week volunteering my time.
Wow.
And yeah, I've done insane things. I put up wild signs. I drive my big van. I pull out huge display things and leave them in crazy places. A lot of people have seen
Chris, please, before we go ahead, people listening to the show and they understand chemtrails, weather modification, they already know. But, briefly, my goal is always to try to reach out to the new people that they may be open to learn and listen. Let's remind briefly, because what's going on in the skies, whenever we see all these crisscross activities, out of control airplanes, tell us exactly, in your words, what is exactly going on in our skies, according to your experience and knowledge?
Well, I'll tell you, Luca, I didn't plan to be this thing take over my whole life. But when you realize that what's really going on, and people, these insane psychopaths basically are putting completely toxic poison substances in particulates, in nanoparticles, whole dimensions smaller than a human hair. Okay, we're talking small, and they put them in the air, and it's killing everyone. Okay, they can say whatever it is, the reason, but they won't even deny it. They won't admit it that they're doing. So we're being sprayed, and I've seen the tests. I've done my own high amounts of aluminum, barium, strontium. It's in our water, it's in our food, it's in our air. Yeah. It needs to get stopped, in my opinion, immediately. And when I learned about this in 2007, I started that time. I went crazy because I'll tell you what happened is my mom died, and she died of hardening of the lungs.
Wow!
And we understood she had been smoking for a long time, so that's why the rest of my family was, oh, okay, that's fine. She just died, up and died. Yeah, and it's hardening lungs. Well, they said there's two kinds, but this one kind, they wasn't sure. They don't know where it comes from. And they said, we know for sure it'll kill you in about 2 years. And almost to the day, it killed my mom in 2 years.
Wow.
And that's when I started researching. I started looking up, and I go, you know what? I've been watching that for a while. What in the hell is going on? Excuse my language.
And I can say something, Chris, before I forget, I want to say something to the listeners. Yeah. People may think this is a bunch of crazy talk. Let me tell you one thing. About 5 years ago or so, in Mohave County, me and another friend of mine, Aldi Chico, we started a sort of a test, or the blood test. Did you watch our video about, my video that I produced about the blood test, the barium in our blood?
Yes.
So the point is, whatever comes out from the sky, it comes back on us. And we're going to breathe it. And that's only thing we know. Barium and aluminum, that they were two things that we are very aware, according to the official governments and also private corporation documents, that they spray along with silver iodide to modify the weather. And all this information, it's out there in public. There are Senate documents, there are, EPA, different type of water reclamation documents from the federal government, so much that in the state of Arizona website, the official state of Arizona website, any one of us can download for just $100, get an application from the website to have a permit to operate weather modification in Arizona. Are you familiar with the document? Yeah.
No, not that one. Was.
Oh, I need to send it to you. It's directly from the state of Arizona website, okay? And it's an official page that you can download, and there is the application fee for $100. You can apply for a permit to modify the weather. So imagine what type of liability, or what type of after all, to modify the weather, you need to have chemicals to seed these clouds, and this is done at such a high level now around the world that this is saturating our skies. So regardless, people, I really hope everybody can have an open mind, but this is not the purpose of this hour. This is the purpose of introduce you as a person, as also as an activist, the things that you like to do in life and you decided to do for your commitment to in your life. But at the same time, try to find somebody like-minded, like you, that probably would like you as a person and also would share the same type of goals. Now, before we go, let's go in more personal, normal things. How old are you?
I'm an old fart now. I'm going to be 48.
How old?
48.
Oh, 38. Oh, you're still a young guy. Come on.
No, 48.
Oh, 48. 48. Still, okay.
I was born in 1965.
65. Okay, I'm 98. I'm from 68, 1968. So I'm almost your generation. We are the same age.
Yeah, you're just a young one.
Yeah, I mean for a couple of years, maybe 1 year. I mean, I'm glad I'm getting there. But the point anyway, you're still a man, okay? You're not a baby, but you're not an older guy still. I mean, you're still young, at least. Now, exactly what do you like to do besides, being an activist and, try to bring awareness about the weather modification in your community? What do you do in your regular day? Do you work?
Yeah, I do. I do quite a bit, and I'll tell you, I it's fun. I even work for the city, but they don't know even my name because
wow,
I'm through a contractor who's through a contractor.
Okay.
But besides that, I work I work on my own. I'm by myself. I run my own business, and which is my other friend's used to be his business. And basically, I do a lot of things. I like to ride. I'll tell you what I love doing is going to Mount Lemmon. We have a cabin at the top of Mount Lemmon, and I spend a lot of time there, at least every weekend. And that's where I want to end up living the rest of my life. It's up on Mount Lemmon. And I tell you what, I'm very active, and it's terrible when you're thinking about you're looking for people. I'll tell you what, you meet someone and then you tell them, I'm beyond an activist. I do say so. Like if I'm going with someone and then I go, I'm going to stop here for a minute, and I go pull out a ladder and I go climb up, put a sign 20 feet up in the air on a telephone pole, because that's where I put them. Over 15 feet is my minimum.
Okay.
And then I don't even think about it. And I throw the ladder back in there like, you think it's fine to eat? It's not easy to find women because they're like, this guy is insane.
Okay.
He is crazy.
Now, what is your
I get to talk to people?
Chris, what is your ideal woman?
I tell you, I do a lot of things, camping, hunting, and I like women that like to do things, that is active. And, I'm very active. Matter of fact, I think I'm 19. I just, all this time I've been told I was 19. So
you're looking for a woman that likes the outdoors. I mean, that she's pretty much like you. She likes to be out there. You don't want a potato couch, right? I mean, couch potato. You don't want a couch potato.
Exactly. Thank you. Because I've dated, and then I meet these crazy women, and then they get psychopath, and they just love me to. Oh my God! And I have to. Wow. So it's like one extreme or the other. And I was thinking when I saw your website, I already knew I knew you quite well. I've been watching you, and you've probably seen my stuff. And I said, well, hell yeah, he's going to do this thing. I'm going to sign up, man.
Okay.
Because honestly, I was going to run an ad. So
okay.
You know what? I got a lot to offer, and I'm ready to go to Mount Lemmon. But I take care of my father too, so I feed him every night. Okay. That's my main goal. Other than work doesn't even override that.
Question, so Chris. Are you ever been married before?
No, I have not. Because I haven't found the right woman, and I want to get married one time.
So you're single.
That's what my parents.
Do you have any children out
born
there?
here.
Any children from other relationship?
Yes, I have one daughter.
Okay. So, but she's already grown up. I mean, how old is she, if I can ask?
Yep. She's 27.
Say again?
And so
she's
she's
already out. So you're by yourself pretty much. You have no other commitment to any other woman. So you're independent. Very good. Now.
Yeah, well, correct. Because I wouldn't cheat on a woman.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I've done that a long time ago, and I've been paid back for it. I'd never do that again.
So you live in Tucson. You're a single guy. You're 48. You're really much into activism to expose weather modification. You're looking for a woman who would like to be active with you, enjoying the outdoors, and of course enjoying also the countryside of Arizona. And I'm not trying to sound like Dr. Laura, stuff like that. I mean, or some sort of a romantic. What is your zodiac sign? What is your zodiacal sign? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
And I've never really got too deep into that, but they usually have me pegged pretty well.
Okay.
When they talk about Sagittarius.
Okay, and now just to be a little more, we talk about the practical, or at least the activities part of your other's part, your woman. Now let's talk a little bit about the spiritual part. Are you religious? You any type of beliefs? What type of woman would you like to have? I mean, somebody shows up, say, I am, I don't know, LDS.
Good question.
Or whatever.
I love spiritual. I am a spiritual person. I have never been into religion.
Okay.
Never in my life. And I'm very spiritual. I understand who God is. But basically, I've met a lot of special women that are really, into the natural stuff. And, I could go either way. That part of it. I eat GMO free. This is a hard battle, because I'm a cook. So I have to cook for my dad every day, and I try, but,
okay.
I'm not perfect.
Let me focus 1 second on this religious part. Spiritual, I understand, but do you have any type of superior being that you believe? For example, I believe in Christ, okay? Do you believe? I don't believe in churches, but I believe in Christ. People may say, I believe in Buddha, or I believe, or whatever. What do you believe? You believe in somebody?
Well, all that is all that is all that is. And that is God. It's what most people call God. And,
okay.
And I understand God very well.
Okay. I'm just curious to see. I see at least people know. Let's say you have a beautiful girl, okay? Chris, let's say you have a beautiful girl that she likes all these outdoors, and she likes the activism about the cause. She understands the situation as global government and the weather modification, all the stuff. But, she say, I am, my religion is, I don't know, I'm making an example, okay? I'm not trying to pick on any religion. I am, I'm a Baptist, or I am LDS, I don't know. And Sunday, you got to come with me to church. What would you do?
Oh, I have no problems with it.
Okay, good.
I got a whole story, though, about that. It'd kill too much time.
Okay.
Because I've never been in a church.
Okay, I wanted just to see if you have an open mind, at least to accommodate in case she has that type of needs.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Now let's go to we went to the spiritual part. Now let's go to the physical part, okay? And I don't want to sound like materialistic, but after all, we're still made of flesh and bones. And I'm sure, I don't want to sound hypocritical, but everybody has their personal taste, Some people like blonde, some people like black, some people like, I don't know, red. I don't know. Maybe everything is beautiful, but
I got you.
If you write it down, a special list for Christmas, okay, for Santa, please bring me a beautiful girl that she's smart, she's spiritually evolved, and also she has these physical characteristics. Give me the physical characteristic of this special lady.
Yes, I'm glad you asked that, because I would call it a problem that I've got inside me, but I like women that are not overweight. That are in good shape. I'm wearing the same jeans by 2 sizes. Okay, so I was at 29s is what I wore in high school. I'm wearing 31s now. So I can't see why I would get big and fat, and I have a real trouble in my mind dating women that are large.
Okay, so you want somebody
Other than
that
that,
physical fit.
I like someone that's in shape, at least semi, at least
Okay.
physical, yeah.
Yeah, fit.
And
What's about food?
other than that,
Are you concerned about what you eat, or you just garbage disposal? You eat everything.
absolutely.
I mean, you understand the food, the
No,
GMO, and all the different things that may be like in the water, like fluoride, or the hormones. And I mean, do you care about what you eat, right? You're not just the typical guy.
absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feed my dad, so I mean, I'm trying to. He's having a hard time switching over to all GMO free food. But I take special care to make sure I'm buying all organic, and I cook pies. I get all natural stuff. I get
Wow.
pies.
Wow, sounds great. I mean, this is.
I got the apple trees. Up at Mount Lemon, we have apple trees.
Wow.
And I take hundreds of pounds. I give them away to all these people when I come down. All these apples, because I couldn't help but not pick them, because they're all going to fall down onto the ground.
Question, Chris. You live in
Yes.
Tucson, in the town, or outside Tucson, in the countryside? Where do you live?
Yeah, no, I live in Tucson with my father. I live in the house I was born and raised in, at right here, Broadway and Wilmot type area, middle of town. And well, it is nowadays, I'd say. But we also have the place on Mount Lemon, so I go back and forth to Mount Lemon.
Okay.
And
Go
it's
ahead.
hard to find a woman that likes to go up in the forest.
All right.
Weird.
Interesting. So listen, ladies out there, wherever you are, this is an interesting guy for sure. And I would like to invite you to check him out. I will post a photo also on lovegunsfreedom.com. We have the section about love that there is exactly, you will see there is the heart, the love section. Click on that and you will see his photo, and it goes directly to his email. So you can click him an email, or even better, go to lovegunsfreedom.com, to freedomlovers.us. That's the website that you can find also the link at the bottom of the radio show website, freedomlovers.us. And if you browse a little bit, I'm sure you can also find our friend Chris from Tucson. Now, I want to give you the last 1 minute. You can say whatever you want. Also, if you want to promote your YouTube channel, or whatever you want to say to the special person that may be listening, and if she wants to contact you. Go ahead. Go, Chris.
I'm a little shy. I tell you, I don't know why I haven't met the woman of my dreams yet, but because I can do a lot of stuff, and I like to have a good time, and yeah, I definitely wanted to plug my YouTube channel. It's Haskell Films, and that's one word. That's HASKELL Z on the end, because some other famous director has HaskellFilms.com, and that's not mine. Mine's with the Z, the YouTube channel. But I want to say I hope I find a woman that God, I don't ask for a lot, and I give a lot. And I want someone that can go back and forth to Mount Lemon. That's the thing. And I don't know why I'm in love with Mount Lemon. It's so beautiful up there.
Wow.
And our place is like right in the best valley. You've got mountains, and then there's a lot of special people up there. And I film. That's what I do. Is I'm a director and a filmmaker. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I got like 6 jobs.
Very good.
Access Tucson TV channel for musicians. So to promote musicians in Tucson.
Very good. Listen, I think it's great. Listen, I really, I pray for you for the best, and please, also spread around the free website. I would like to remind everybody it's free for you guys, but this is an act of love. I'm paying for it, and it's really free. I mean, you see, you didn't have to put even the credit card. 100% free. freedomlovers.us. the first dating site and network site, and not just for dating. Even if you already are committed, you have a friend or a boyfriend or married, you can find friends, you can find like-minded people. Also to do business, there is also a section in the free classifieds. There is also a section for blogs. You can post your blogs, and there is also a section for videos. For example, Chris, I wish you can upload some of your YouTube videos on freedomlovers.us and start to spread your work with other people like that. Yeah, do that, please. You can. Once you log in on freedomlovers.us to your account, you will go to the section of videos. You can upload any YouTube there. It's completely free. You can create a blog under your name, completely free. There are also chat rooms, free. I mean, was my act of love. My idea was to create a dream, like a community for like-minded people where we can find each other, become friends, help each other, maybe find love, and also do business, and more important, educating each other, because we all can learn from each other. That is the purpose of www.freedomlovers.us. Now, I want to dedicate one of my songs to you and to that special person that maybe is listening to this show right now. You're listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna. This is the hour about love, and I have a beautiful romantic song that I wrote, and I hope it can help you out to create the atmosphere to maybe contact Chris HASKELL from Tucson. Don't go away. You're listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna.
Close your eyes, now's the time to start again, you and me. Don't be afraid, just let it go. Can you feel my love? I'm your man. Hope and illusions fade away, but our love will remain in this life and the other. A bright new days in front of us. Don't be afraid of our past, because this time we have each other. We have each other. Close your eyes, just hold my hand. It's a bright new day, it's not the end. I feel he's there in the dark. He waits for us and our love. Hope and illusions fade away, but our love will remain in this life and the other. A bright new days in front of us. Don't be afraid of our past, because this time we have each other. Just hold my hand. It's a bright new day. It's not the end.
He's a songwriter, a poet, a rifleman,
I'm not afraid.
and a constitutional activist.
I'm not afraid.
Italian by birth, American by choice, Gianluca Zanna,
I'm not afraid.
and his new CD, Love, Guns, and Freedom. 16 powerful songs on one CD from the heart of a patriot. For download or to order the CD, go to www.lovegunsfreedom.com. That's www.lovegunsfreedom.com. Lyrics for your mind, music for your heart. Gianluca Zanna's new CD, Love, Guns, and Freedom.
Here we go, guys. This is Luca Zanna. You're listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom on K-Talks 1340 AM and on United States.fm network. Now, as I said, I like to hear from you. I like to hear your feedback, questions, anything goes. Sometimes, I may know the answer. Sometimes I do. So, doesn't matter. The beautiful thing, we'll find out. So, I have a nice lady that also, I know the sister that I met in Las Vegas years ago when I used to be around. Used to be a group, the Wake Up America Foundation, an anti-illegal aliens group. And, anyway, to short story, the world is very small. And today I also finally spoke with the sister of Mrs. Laura. Now, we have a question because this lady is moving to Florida. And she's from Alabama, I understand, and she has some questions about probably training or something like that. I have no idea, really. Let's find out. Let's see, first of all, if she's there. 1 second only. Here we go. Jennifer, are you there?
I'm here.
Nice to meet you, Jennifer. Finally, we speak in person. We exchange some Facebook messages and emails. And I know you have a question for me. You are right now in Alabama, but for what I understand, you're going to Florida. So you had some questions. Let's see if I can help you out. And maybe if I can answer to you, I can answer also to the listeners.
Okay. Well, I'm going from Alabama to South Florida, and I was just concerned being in Broward County in South Florida and the crime rate going on. And, yes, I could do physical taking care of myself or taking some mace or something, or the crime rate and things that down there, and then the crime coming up from South Florida up to the north of Florida, and
so you're moving. You're going on a vacation, or you're going there to relocate? What exactly your goal?
No, I'm going down there for an internship.
Internship. So it's going to be for a while, maybe for a few months.
It's about 3 to 4 months.
Okay. Listen, I'm not from Florida. I am from Arizona. I could give you more details, but what I would suggest is this. The best way I would do, because besides going on classes and personal physical self-defense training, it would take a long time, or at least longer time. What I would suggest is to start to go to the state of Florida. There is a website, probably the Department of Justice, or the Department for Safety, like we have here, the DPS in Arizona. I'll find out for you. That you can see, first of all, the gun laws. That's the first thing I would do. If I were you, I would completely see, first of all, if they have, you as a resident from your state, in case Alabama, you can, first of all, carry a gun legally, with or without permit.
Okay.
Because that would be the first thing I would like to see. For example, we have here in Arizona our website for the state, the DPS, the Department of Public Safety. They gave us all the details, all the different laws, how we can carry or we cannot carry. And, for example, here it's pretty simple. We have a constitutional carry in Arizona. That means you can carry concealed without permit. And also, of course, we have open carry. Florida, I am not sure. I can't give you any type of real details. But what I can tell you, if you can go to the Florida website of their equivalent of the Department of Public Safety, they can probably, you can find out all this information. Once you find out that you, as a resident of another state, how you can carry, probably at, I think, I'm just thinking, guessing, probably through a CCW. I'll figure it out because probably your state of Alabama, of course, now is when you're moving exactly in a few days. How long do you need? I mean, how long do you have?
2 days. I'm going down in 2 days.
So it's going to be fast. You don't have time to apply for any type of CCW in Alabama and then find out if you can be reciprocated. So you have to, what I would do now, I would go straight to the website of the state of Florida, and maybe I can help you out. As I find the link, I'll send it to you. And then I will start to maybe call them and say, I'm a resident of the state of Alabama, but I'll be here for a few months. What are the laws? Can I carry? Do I need to get a permit? Or can I have a gun on me without permit? Or can I have a gun in the car? Because, for example, some states, even if you don't have a concealed permit, in some states, if you keep your gun in your car, it's considered like your home. Okay? So every state has a different situation. You need to figure it out exactly. That would be the most important thing, because honestly, you cannot just out of the blue in a few days become a martial artist, even with the basic. If I would suggest you one of the most simple and efficient martial arts out there, it's called Krav Maga. Krav Maga, it's a very simple, instinctive Israeli system of self-defense that it's like almost a mix of different martial arts. Maybe if you have a chance, what I would do is to have some sort of a recreational moment. In 3 months, if you can find a gym where you're going to Florida, and maybe there are gym out there, because normally Florida you have a lot of people in fitness, find a gym that they do like a Krav Maga, because that would be my favorite, most probably simple and efficient form of martial arts that you could learn very fast. In 3 months, you could, if you train in a constant way, you could become very proficient with Krav Maga. And meanwhile, you can figure it out, the gun laws for the state of Florida. That's what I would do.
See.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So listen, and
thank you.
What exactly your expertise? What you do in Florida, if I can ask you?
Well, right now I'm going to do writing a health and wellness manual, massage therapy, health and wellness.
Okay.
And now, after your little education, I will be pursuing self-defense.
Okay. Question.
Thank you.
Do you have already a handgun in Alabama that you normally train?
No, I have never had a handgun. I've never shot a gun.
Okay.
Except for a black powder gun back in the day in the field.
Okay, the black powder is
and there was no
fun, but
recoil.
Not,
So
now you need a defensive gun. You need a defensive gun, and you need some training. What I would suggest you, there are a lot of opportunities now. Normally, I like also to share places that normally I go out. For example, there is one of the best places that I like to buy guns now. It's Sportsman's Guide. I don't know if you're familiar. What I like, Sportsman Guide, I'll send you the link. You can buy a gun there, and they send it to your local FFL dealer. And the beautiful thing, you can make payments in 4 different months with no interest. So let's say the prices, they're really good. So you don't even pay the sale tax. It's outside the state of Alabama. You can pick the gun, and they ship it to your local FFL dealer. And at that point, you can, for example, make 4 different payments in 4 different months. So let's say you can find incredible guns. There is a gun, it was a deal for $250. It's a clone of a CZ75, and you can pay like for $40 a month, you can get your gun. That's something to consider. But I always suggest you to get, when you get your gun, try to get also somebody can help you out with training.
Well, it's just so strange. I just wanted to get a really good gun for me. I don't know anything about them, but I want to stop someone, even if I have to shoot them in the knee. You know what I mean?
Normally you don't shoot the people in the knees because honestly, I'm not going to try to give you now the crash course, but the idea when you use the deadly force, the handgun is considered a deadly force. You use it to stop a threat, but you're not going to justify. that if you're shooting somebody into the knees, the knees normally is something that maybe you're not that afraid. When you're gonna do, if you have to, unfortunately, if you have to face the reality that you have shoot somebody, that means that you have no other way to survive by shooting that person and stop him. And the most, most instructors, they will tell you that the first place where you want to try to stop, because remember, we're not trying to kill anybody. All we're trying to do is try to stop a threat. We try to save a life, but at the same time, it's our life. So to stop the bastard, in this case, the threat, the place where you want to aim is the center mass. Because first of all, the knee or the legs, it's a smaller place, and you may even miss it under the stress without much training. But more important, you wear all the organs that you can stop that assailant. It is exactly in the center mass of your thoracic cavity. That's the place.
Right.
So that's the idea. I would suggest there is on Sportsman Guide right now. There are two different options. Okay. If you want to go into the semi-automatic, that I tell you, you can definitely, I would go there, especially 9mm. You can find now there is a super deal. It's a very incredible deal. This gun, it's a clone of a CZ75. It's called EAA, okay? And I will put a link out again, okay? It's exactly a clone of a CZ75. Anyway, it's a semi-automatic gun that works great. I mean, it's seriously beautiful and works great. I shot it myself for $237.49 with four payments of $59 each one. And I talked about that in the past. It's still there in 9mm. And the beautiful thing about this one that it's with a little bit of practice, you have the high capacity of a semi-automatic, and the 9mm is a great round. There is not much recoil. It's very affordable, and you can, get some training, and that would be honestly a great gun for self-defense, also for your home or for your car. That's depends also on the size of your hand, I must tell you, because this is a full-size gun. I don't know your hand. How big is your hand? Medium size?
I'm about 5'7".
Okay. Remember, another good thing you should do, though, when you go to Florida, they have a lot of good stores, there. Walk into a gun store and, for example, start to look at several guns. What I would look for you, probably, for a lady, I would look at a Glock 19, 9mm.
Right.
And try to feel it on your hand to see how it feels. And make the difference between the Glock 19 and the Glock 17. The Glock 17 is comparable to this, gun that I just told you, like a full-size gun. The EAA, the exact model is called EAA SAR B6P. But anyway, I'll put it out on the website, and I'll send you the link right now on Facebook, okay?
Well, God love you. Thank you so much for sitting there and chit-chatting with me about that.
Perfect. Listen, thank you very much, and keep me posted, okay? And say hi to your sister.
See.
Okay. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Gracias.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Here we go, guys. That was a nice lady from Alabama. I know the sister. In the past, it's funny because time passed and, we find each other now through this Facebook. Anyway, I'm here to answer. I'm not an expert in everything, but I try to learn everything. And even if I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know it, and I tell you how to find it. So if you want to, in the future or whenever you want to call, this show normally it is not live. It's produced and recorded, but send me an email at zanna@zanna.us or go to lovegunsfreedom.com. You can find my email, and I'll call you, and you can ask me anything you want, okay? So don't go away. You're listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna.
yes we try. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend till the end, till the end. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend till the end, till the end. Stay with me, don't go. Can you feel my love? Don't leave me alone. Until the sun, it will rise. Our dreams, our lives. Until the sun, it will rise. Our dreams, just tonight. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend till the end, till the end. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend till the end, till the end. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend till the end, till the end. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend till the end, till the I'll never forget our love. I'll never forget our dreams. I'll never forget you. We tried, we prayed, we fought, we cried. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend till the end, till the end. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend till the end, till the end. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend till the end, till the end. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend till the end, till the end. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend till the end, till the end. I'll be your
Here we go, guys. This is the final part of the final hour. Today's this week's show, Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna. You know, this is the hour about love, and normally I would like to share with you a recipe or maybe a serenade. But I tell you, I'm kind of disgusted with the status quo of our political system. We've been sold out by both parties, of course. Both parties are controlled by the same masters. And when I see, for example, we go from a banner, or boner, as I call him, that piece of trash, completely paid off puppet, Republican what? Republican doesn't make any difference. It was pretty much like water boy for Obama, okay? And we go to Paul Ryan, that is the new boner with maybe, a little younger. And we see, and I look at the national debt, and I look at this budget of what? This is a travesty. I mean, how is possible that every year we are more in debt, more billions, to a point now we're almost to $19 trillion. Think about it. And this is, I would like to reconnect this love for who's coming after us. Think about it, how immoral what we're doing as a society. We are spending the money that we don't have, and we are putting in debt, we're putting in bondage the new generation that is not even born. I mean, right now, the debt for each citizen is at least over $58,000 each one. For each taxpayer, more than $155,000. Think about it. I mean, this is unsustainable. You realize after when we reach over 20,000, after 20 trillions, there is a magic number. I mean, I'm not an economist, okay, but even a little child understand that this is completely cannot be paid off. Cannot. Just the interest. I really hope, all of you guys, I don't care who you are, stop for a moment thinking about me that you may not like what sometimes I say. Let's just look at the facts, okay? If you're a Democrat, liberal, whatever, socialist, for a moment, they're putting us in bondage. They're putting us like slaves, okay? And, if you believe that government, the function of government is to keep spending, to give and redistribute wealth, at least let's agree on one thing, at least one. Why should we go every time we need $1 for, running this government or for whatever program you think we need to have? Why we need to go to a private bank called the Federal Reserve that we know very well that system is completely diabolical. Every dollar they print or create out of thin air, they don't print anymore, it's digital, it's the dollars of debt. We need to pay back with the interest. Why not the Treasury just print its own money, like before 1913? At least let's start to unite in that situation as Americans. But when we understand that every type of program they create, every type of illegal war that they're creating, that means more debt, we're going to be completely in complete bondage. We're going to live and die just to pay back this debt, and it's going to be completely impossible to repay. And if we want to really think about, at least let's do it for somebody else. Let's do it for who's coming after us. I really beg you, seriously. I mean, if this is something for me, I can't sleep at night thinking about how I see in front of my eyes the destruction of this country that I really dreamt so much when I was in Italy to come here, and I see now dissolve in front of my eyes. It's like the last days of Rome. Rome, what happened at the end of the empire. They start to pretty much completely spend, and there were no more way to repay the debt, and they had to give out lands. And of course, the land was given away, and then you guys start to have the barbarians, and everything was gone. I don't want an empire. I want Rome. I want America as a republic, like you're supposed to be at the beginning. Another thing, seriously, guys, if you were seriously, generally complaining and, exposing Bush for illegal wars like Afghanistan and, Iraq, we know there was no weapon of mass destruction, and the only weapons of mass destruction they were the one that unfortunately were given in the 80s to Saddam to fight Iran. We know that. At least people should know. There was no connection with 9/11. It was a fraud. Congress not even declared that. And many of you liberals were somehow exposing that. You were exposing the Patriot Act. Guess what? Where are you now? Where are you now? Now we are in Syria. Not only we went to Libya and we started to kill people like, just because Hillary says so, Veni Vidi, and I kill him, we kill him. How sad is that? First we prop him up, and now we want to bring him down. But more important, what business do we have to be in Syria? What business do we have? Because what? You don't like Assad, that you like it just, for example, a couple of years ago, former Senator Kerry used to have dinner with him and his wife, and now he's decided that he must go because it doesn't belong anymore to the New World Order plans that they have. We're talking about now sending soldiers. Like this, all this started like Vietnam, when they started the original, just some observers or just some, special forces to train, no active duty. Guess what? Not even one person should be there. We are arming, we are giving billions of dollars for this illegal war, training people, and not even Congress is being involved. Where is Congress? Why is no screaming? Only Congress should declare war according to the Constitution. We are at a point now that there is a little king out there, and today is King Obama, the Democrat. Tomorrow can be the puppet from the Republicans. Doesn't make any difference. If we don't start to stand up together and stop, pandering to your party, it's time to scream no matter which party is in control. We should stand up united as Americans, because these wars not only are immoral, illegal, unconstitutional, but also they are completely created to destroy us. There is no way we can somehow pay back all this debt. It's going to be impossible. This is part of the plan. Don't you see it? The plan to destroy America from within. We're going to be so broke, morally bankrupt, and also economically, that we're not going to have any more a country. And this is so sad. Seriously, guys, if we're talking about love, this is the hour about love. Let's stop for a moment to play these games. Let's unite as Americans. and let's start to expose together the enemies. We need to find solutions. Next Sunday I will have probably a guest that he has some creative solution, because as much as I love the idea of a republic with the constitution, of course, and I believe in the constitution, I took an oath, but also this fourth form of representative government is way gone. Remember, John Adams said that the constitution can work only if moral people gonna be there. If you got a bunch of corrupted bastards, doesn't matter. This constitution is just a book then. So we gotta find, at least have a conversation. I don't know exactly where this gentleman, my new guest next week, is gonna bring, but we need to find solutions, because unfortunately we don't have any more republic. This is now an oligarchy, a government of few people that they do not represent anymore with the people, but they represent with the corporations, or with the special interests, and of course the real insiders, the real elite behind the scenes, the international bankers, that they are the planners for this new global government. That's what we are. Remember, every time there is a war, no matter when, since the time of the Napoleon and the British, the Rothschild, they were financing both sides of the wars. And look at Vietnam. They were financing both sides. These bankers, they were financing through Russia and China. They were financing Vietnam. At the same time, they were financing America. And of course, this war was never supposed to be won. And so will be Syria. And all these conflicts, they're going to call them, of this, with an enemy without a face. Today, they call them ISIS. Yesterday, they were calling Al-Qaeda. It's all being propped and created. Please, Americans, wake up. I beg you. I really beg you, from the bottom of my heart. Okay? Let's stand up. Let's start to scream together. And let's expose these bastards. Now, I would like to remind you, if you want to support the show, I need your help. Please go to one of my website. You can go, for example, to Zanna, ZANNA, art.com. You can find my music, you can find my art, you can find what I do, and just even download one of my songs for 99 cents. You make me able to be here on the air and create this show and dedicate my time in this one. Thank you very much. God's willing, I will talk to you next Sunday. You've been listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna.
Wake up, America, before it's too late. They're trying to make you fade away. They're trying to kill your faith. Every day you're invaded, your soil desecrated. Politicians turn their back. You're under attack. You're under attack. They're trying to erase your borders. The UN wants to give you orders. They're trying to sell your pride. It's time to wake up. Now it's time to fight.